So we've been working with Royal LePage for 10 years, and it is one of our really significant partnerships. And it has allowed us to award a Joan Waterfield Award to a really deserving artist or arts administrator who has contributed to the community in a meaningful way.
It started out actually with something that was more of a personal part of mine. Was I approached Suzanne about having some artwork put in my office and so I could display it, because I don't really have a particular type of art that I need to have, and so Suzanne was able to bring various artists into the office, and in turn I would support the Allied Arts Council, and the opportunity to be the sponsor for the Joan Waterfield Award came up, and I jumped all over that, because that's just an iconic name in the city of Lethbridge for so many reasons, and so it's been really kind of a big pleasure and an honor to be able to be part of that.
It's a very interesting award because it's recognized by peers, which is very exciting. So it's a very highly valued award for artists who do receive it, because it's that much appreciation going into the award from the others in the community, and it really shows that important link between businesses and the community. And Royal LePage really believes in that commitment.
Royal LePage has truly demonstrated leadership to the rest of the community about how you support the arts, and has demonstrated their support and view of the value of the arts. That kind of partnership is so valuable to us as an organization, but again, more importantly, it's valuable to the community, because it really is helping to continue to build a strong arts presence in Lethbridge.
So we really appreciate them for all that, and we hope that they're a continued partner for many years to come.
But I think that artistry and arts are an important part of culture, and there's so many things that you can get from them that it's very important to support that. It's been an honor to be part of the Allied Arts Council in my small little part, and I look forward to continuing to be a supporter of the arts in the city for a long time to come.
I think having a space like the Trianon is just another possibility for our community. And what's been so special about this space is that artists who are internationally renowned have shown here, but also people who are students or recent graduates from the U of L program have shown. And so just knowing that the philosophy of openness that exists here, I think, is a really freeing space, and a space that's really open to potential. And I think that's what makes it so exciting and dynamic.
It is less frightening to try something new in a familiar setting and forgiving setting like Trianon is. And for me personally, at my present artistic career, it makes a good ground for any investigation and experimentation.
When I first found this space, I just loved it, and it was much more space than we needed for my architectural practice, so I had a notion to have an exhibit possibly 3 or 4 times a year, maybe change with the seasons. And then I think I mentioned that idea to Carl Granzow, and he got very involved, and before we knew it, we were doing about 12 shows a year, which we eventually had to slow down.
Aside from being an architecture firm and a gallery, it's also got a unique history that goes back 70 or more years, and that history is connected to the city, and so John is in a sense also preserving the heritage of this city by maintaining this space.
I mean, the contributions of John are so remarkable. To just think of putting really a lifetime of energy and effort into creating something that is for your peers, your community, making your space better, making your community better. It's hard to imagine. It's amazing.
It's been a tremendous learning experience. Every artist, every show is a kind of a design exercise and how they approach it, getting to know the artists, and how they're going about their work, what they're thinking about, what inspires them to make it. It's all continual, ongoing learning, and I guess through the process I've made a lot of friends, and the more you know about the artist and what they're thinking and doing, the more interesting it becomes to you. Allied Arts and people at CASA and all of the various art groups in town have had exhibits here over the years. So I guess that's really a thing. I've tried to be supportive, and in turn have received it back tenfold from the community. So.
Ed, to sum up in just a couple of minutes, is impossible to do. He's a motivator. I don't want to say a dreamer, but he has this wonderful aura about him that I'm looking to the future at all times. And he's just one of those people that you're drawn to. I don't know if it's the English accent or what, but marvelous sense of humor. And he's just a joy to be around.
Ed Bailey's commitment to theater in our community is obviously an example to all of us because he's always there. What impresses me is that, nobody's getting rich in community theater in Lethbridge, but it doesn't matter. It's all about the process and end result and making sure people have a positive experience.
I think it's natural as breathing for Ed. He grew up in a family. His mom was a real character, really funny, and his dad, and they supported everything that he did. She was so talented. She did costumes. His dad built sets. They just totally got themselves involved in the arts here in this city. And so with Ed, for over 50 years, that's been his life, as well as working and being a husband and father and granddad and stuff.
I think it's very rare to find a person who is willing to do every job that there is to stage a production, whether it be directing or, as you say, picking up a paintbrush. He's there for everybody and everything. He's willing to do whatever it takes to get the production on stage in the best possible way.
I mean, I'm sure Ed could have gone on to do anything. He's so multi-talented. And one of the things I love about him is he is so giving. He gives of his time, he gives of his talent, and he's got great ethics. And that makes a pretty well-rounded individual.
I think I feel it's a great honor, really is, and with some great people who have won that award before me. One in particular, my wife Linda, she was the first recipient of that award. And the fact that it is Joan Waterfield Memorial Award, Joan and I had a really, really close relationship over the years. I'm really not sure what I would be doing now if I was still alive, if I hadn't become involved in theatre. And it has impacted my life. And I couldn't have done it without the support of my family, particularly Linda, my wife. There was a lot of times when she was home on her own in evenings and weekends and holidays, because that is when theatre happens. Just the fact that I feel this is a real honor to be awarded the Joan Waterfield Award, and I'm pleased that they are remembering her because she made a great, great contribution to theatre in Lethbridge.